Cool. Are you ready?
Yep.
Hey, I'm Jake.
Hey, I'm Hannah.
We're graduating film students at the University of North Georgia.
We know what jobs are in the film industry, but how do you get your start?
Through this short documentary, we hope to explore different ways to get one foot in.
With that being said, we're starting off out here in our home, Atlanta, Georgia, and then leading our way to Los Angeles, California.
So right now I work as a cinematographer / film lead for a church in Atlanta, Georgia. I also do freelance projects on the side as a cinematographer. Some of the jobs and activities that I did that really helped me advance my career would be, number one is working on as many student sets at film school as possible, getting the experience there, learning everything that there is to need to know on a production level. Number two, I was also working as a videographer on some stuff, so that really kind of helped me with my cinematographer career. And then number three would be at the end of my last semester of school, I also took an internship to work as a video content creator for a church, which eventually led to me working there pretty much full time.
So for a living, I teach at University of North Georgia. I'm a lecturer and I also write. So I write screenplays and plays as well. When I was done with my film education, I had already interned at WTVI CPCC TV, so I had good contacts, and I basically started freelancing and PAing a lot. So anything that was coming to my area at all, I scoured Craigslist, Mandy, Staff Me Up, all sorts of different places to try to find PA jobs, anything and everything I could get. PAing is pretty much your entry into it, because until you get paid jobs PAing or a lot on your resume that's unpaid, you're not going to get a paid job as a director or as a producer. You've got to work your way up.
You need to have a demo reel 100% for a majority of jobs, or any sort of anything that visually showcases your work. So it might not always apply for like a writer, but in that case you would send in a script. Or if maybe you are a set decorator, you would want to have pictures of the things that you've built. So visuals are key to like speaking for the experience that you have on paper.
The more well-rounded you have, the website, the reel, the resume, everything that can back it up, references of people who say, yeah, this person is great, they're diligent, they're hardworking, I would bring them on a set in a heartbeat. All of that together is what's really going to help you go where you want to go. Then there's also networking at events and networking with people who are kind of out of your reach a little bit, right? You want to network with those agents if you're a writer or an actor or somebody of that nature, right? You want to meet them where you're not going, oh, hey, here's my headshot, right? Oh, hey, here's my script, because then they're just like, oh, okay.
Hey, you guys, we're on the way to LA right now.
And we're just gonna network like crazy once we get out there.
And get our interviews.
Yes, that's the most important, but
and also networking. High five.
Right now, I'm an assistant at 3 Arts Entertainment, so I'm an assistant to a manager and a producer there, just kind of doing all the scheduling, the handling a lot of his clients. He's a talent manager, so he represents a lot of actors, and so really just handling all of their needs, all of his needs, reading a lot of scripts, that kind of stuff. While I was in college, I was an assistant and an associate producer at ABC Network News for Good Morning America and World News Tonight. But really what I spent a lot of time doing is producing short films. I knew I wanted to be a producer down the line, and although I didn't do internships with companies that a lot of, the bigger companies like to see that you've done during college, I chose to go out and do it on my own. I thought, what better way to get producing experience than to just start making it yourself? I think one of the biggest things is being a good communicator, being able to talk to all different types of people, whether it's the PAs on set or the executives at the big studios. You need to be able to have a confidence and a comfortable way of talking to all different people, all different personality types, and letting your personality shine through.
I think I just came out of the womb wanting to entertain, so it was never really like a second thought. I just naturally like went into the entertainment business like without even knowing. I majored in broadcast journalism just because I like telling stories. I really think storytelling was like the first thing that like drew me to wanting to entertain people, just telling stories and hearing stories. I wanted to move to LA. Well, I didn't know until I interned out here when I was 19. I knew I always was like intrigued by LA and Hollywood because I always liked movies and entertainment, but it wasn't until I actually visited out here and got an internship, and then I was like, okay, LA is for me. I know I want to work out here. I really liked the diversity and all the different types of people that I met, and I just kind of wanted an adventure. I'd always grown up in Atlanta and I'd seen the South, and I just wanted to change the scenery. I would really just encourage everyone to take social media to their advantage. That's what I've always done, and I've used LinkedIn. That's how I got my current job. You can just really network and find people who used to go to your school. They're already graduated, maybe higher up in the industry, and can get you those connections.
I am a digital marketing specialist at Lionsgate in the Stars division. So basically I oversee anything digital, anything social media pertaining to certain TV shows. So that's running, and building the creative, running the accounts, any activations, any premieres, that's all me. IMDb, any title, any production, any agency, you can find them on IMDb. If you're a fan of, let's say, Titanic, if you book and look up Titanic on IMDb, you can see the writers, producers, the talent management agency, who reps the actors. You can literally move your way through that whole site, and it's free. And you can find the contacts of these people, you can find their names, and from there go to LinkedIn, DM them on social media. We're in 2021 now, so it's so easy to get that access, and you just have to push the button and do it. I would say for any student who just graduated or just working to get into this industry, a great place to start would be as an assistant. There's assistant positions within pre-production, production, post-production, and you can really learn and study from that person you're under. And they can hopefully grow with you as a mentor, and you can just learn all the ins and outs of this industry through that small entry level. You'll learn so much, and the experience will only grow from there.
Well, I went to school for journalism, so I kind of always knew that I wanted to work in television, and I ended up getting my first internship out here through a family friend, and I was working for E! I really liked it at the time, and that kind of led me to my next opportunities. A lot of my friends and even I have gotten gigs through Facebook. Facebook has pages that are dedicated to young people that live in LA and want to work in production. So especially if you're just starting out, that's a really good place to look. People will give you day jobs to be a PA, and that's the perfect place to meet new people in the industry. And it's kind of like a 2-in-1. It's you get a job and you're networking at the same time, which will definitely lead you to your next opportunity. Reach out to people and see if you can shadow. See if you can shadow directors, producers, anything that you're even remotely interested in, or something that you even don't know about, because you would be surprised at how much you like something that you didn't even know. I obviously was a journalism student, and now I'm working as a post-production assistant and coordinator. I never thought that was gonna be my path, but I love it. I love post, and I know that that's something that I'm gonna stick with for a while, but I would have never known that if I didn't go out of my comfort zone and take a job that not necessarily was my first choice, but it ended up being a great opportunity.
So, to get one foot in the industry, what is the best piece of advice you can give someone starting out?
To get in this industry, my advice is don't take no for an answer.
Network. That's probably the best way to go about it. Network and make sure you can show up and do what you say you can.
Attach yourself to talented people around you. Make sure that your friends have the same goals and the same work ethic that you do.
Honestly, never, ever, ever think you're too good for a job.
Finding those people, working along those people, even if it's free.
I really think just to talk to people. Having a reel and a resume is great, but it really is so true. It's all about who you know.